Well, I'll take that one first. I've been asked a question. I think in some cases is one of the answers I gave earlier is dealing with that individual at scale, knowing that, okay, they're 70 or 80. It's going to be an uphill battle to try to convert, frankly, them to using social media or smartphones, let alone answer every email and reply to every voicemail in a timely manner every day. So I think it's important that, the conversation with that person is totally different than everybody else, and making them realize, Bob, I know you've been here for 30 years. Things have changed, as you can see, but it would be great for us to help you along. What can we do to help you, to make this process a little bit easier? Do you need a new phone? Do you need some training? I think that one-on-one, heart-to-heart conversation might be a good start.
And sometimes something isn't always better than nothing. We've run into situations in the past where it's been kind of management mandated that people are making videos or making social media posts, making their own page. And ultimately, sometimes that devalues the efforts of the people that are really putting their heart and soul into it. If you get, Jim that's been there forever, and it's always Jim, and he grumbles on the video, and he can tell he doesn't have his heart in it. And that's the first video that a new customer to your dealership sees. The next time one of your videos comes up, they're more apt to just go, it doesn't have that same quality put into it. But to include that person in your dealership's social media marketing would be awesome to do, whether it's just take a look at Jim next to our brand new Insight. Get his face on there, and then he might slowly find himself warming up more and more to the idea of participating in that kind of stuff.
I agree with that, like leading by example, just encouraging the people that are doing it, I think is the huge part of it, because nobody's going to want to be left in the dust. Eventually, this guy is going to want to convert by seeing the example that somebody's actually, the results they're getting out of it. So you can't exactly just drag them to the water and tell them to drink. If they're not going to drink, they're not going to drink. But if you can show them time and time again that this is working, this is the new age, this is what we need to do, I do believe you're going to get them pushing a lot closer to it.
But I think it's not just a matter of, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, it's not just a matter of telling them to do it. I think, again, it harkens back to what I keep saying, which is we need training, right? So just because I can do a video doesn't necessarily mean that the person beside me knows how to do it. And I think that there's people that are maybe willing to do it, but if they're just told to do it and they don't know how to do it or how to start, I think that's where we have to start is from a training perspective and showing these people what to do and do it properly, because that's only going to benefit the dealer as well, dealership as well, because you don't want them going totally off kilter and doing something that's kind of like Justin
and maybe
said,
sometimes the person who's relaying that information to that one individual who's kind of set in their ways is not necessarily the manager in this instance, but maybe someone else that they trust, a teammate. You relay the message to the teammate and, slowly help them along.
But I think also just what he's talking about too is it's not even just that one person. Yeah. Like at most dealerships, it's almost everybody. Yeah. Like, because there's only we're Paul and I and Justin and Raj, we're standing out because we are the people that are actually doing it now. And there's a country of salespeople that aren't. So that means that the majority of dealerships are probably not having those people doing that. So I don't think it's just a conversation with one or two people always. Yeah. It's a conversation with the sales team.
Absolutely.
One thing is, if I can add, I think you're doing something right already, because I've watched your heated seats show. Yeah. So leading by example starts with. So what can the management do? Yeah. For the salespeople, I've been in the management shoes, and I can tell you that you can tell them until you're blue in the face to do it, and they're not going to do it. And I've done it. And then when I got back on the floor, I said, "Oh crap, I got to do it now." But that kind of pushed me. But if you're going to reach out to older people, a lot of people, when you tell them to do a video, they picture them like the videos that we do with our faces. First and foremost is our face. And by the way, there is the car sort of deal, but it doesn't have to start like that. Start with baby steps, like do a video on how to change a battery in our remotes. Silly and simple, but get them comfortable, get their feet wet before you throw them in the pool, and that's it. But that's the misunderstanding between management and salespeople the most is that management tells them to get on video or get on social media or do something productive to get their faces out there, and they immediately think, oh my God, I just got casted for Glee or something. They have to be first and foremost, like their face needs to be there. Their face doesn't have to be there. The walk-arounds of the vehicles are what got my feet wet, for example, because it was like, okay, here, so-and-so, this is the Chevy Cruze or the Audi or whatever it is that I was looking at. And a quick walk around on the car, talking about the car. It's not about you. It's about the client and the car. So get that mentality out of the way, right?